for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats and attics to rodents and walls, ants in kitchens, stubborn bedbug infestations, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buffs!
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Video of all games, and when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School Sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
At First Dakota, we don't like to brag about ourselves. So when Forbes named us South Dakota's best bank again, we faced a dilemma. Thankfully, we have the state's best customers, so we're happy to brag about them instead. After all, they inspire us every day. The farmers, the business owners, the families. Without them, we'd be just another bank. So thank you to all of our amazing customers. We wouldn't be here without you. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
As we head into the new year, the Stanley County Booster Club is gearing up for their annual soup cook-off on January 24th. Think you've got the best soup around? They'd love to have you join the challenge. They're proud to support the Buffaloes and Lady Buffs, offering congrats on a great job this season, and thank you to the amazing community support. From Stanley County Booster Club, Merry Christmas and many blessings in the new year.
Farming and ranching is tough work, and you've worked hard to get everything you own. Hi, this is Justin Gehring, a member of Key Insurance Bridgemark Solutions team, asking you, why lose it all to life's misfortunes? Stop by or give me a call and let's talk about coverages that are available to protect you and your family. Whether it's to insure your buildings, cover your liability, or give you a peace of mind, we're here for you. You take care of your farm and ranch, and we'll take care of your insurance. At Key Insurance Agency of Mobridge, a member of Bridgemark Solutions.
Thorstenson Trucking of Selby sponsors local youth activities, athletes, and the sports broadcast of the Herreid Selby area Wolverines. Since 1943, Thorstenson Trucking has been hauling grain, fertilizer, rock, grain byproducts, and more. They're dependable, they have competitive rates, and they can haul your grain locally. For 3 generations strong, Thorstenson Trucking of Selby. the people to know when there's something to go.
Access Health, Fort Pierre, welcomes new and established patients, offering chronic and acute care for all ages, including evaluations for illness and injuries, immunizations, lab testing, wellness exams, and DOT and sports visits. Same-day appointments are available, and most major insurances are accepted. Good luck this season, athletes, from Access Health, Fort Pierre, assuring access to quality health care.
In today's world, insurance has become an important tool to manage risk in your business and personal assets. At Marinbiel Insurance, our agents can help you with coverages for your business, farm, crops, livestock, and of course, your home and autos. Since Marinbiel is an independent agency, we can choose from a variety of companies that give you the best coverage for the best price. Stop by our local offices in Selby, Pollock, or Roscoe. Visit our website at marinbiel.com or give us a call to find out how we can help you with your insurance needs. Marinbiel Insurance is a proud sponsor of Area Athletics.
At Mobridge Regional Hospital and Clinics, your health is our #1 priority. Hi, this is Darcy Costers, Executive Assistant, and if you need medical care, then trust our team. Dr. Clay Harper, General Surgeon, Doctors Josh Henderson and Travis Henderson, Internal Medicine. For family and women's health, including obstetrics, you can trust Dr. Emily Bowden, Dr. Robert Marciano, Dr. Merhesh Hanoun, and Dr. Matt Schaefer. Good luck from our team to yours at Mobridge Regional Hospital and Clinics.
It's about you.
Hi, I'm Jeff Brenner, and along with my wife Haley, we're excited to introduce ourselves as the new owners of Herreid Lumber. We're proud to be part of this great community and ready to help with all your building needs.
Whether you're working on home renovation, building something from the ground up, or just need the right tools and supplies, we've got everything you'd expect from your local lumberyard, plus the service you deserve.
We're here to lend a hand, offer advice, and make sure you have what you need to get your project done right.
So come on by Herreid Lumber, say hello, and let us help you with your next project. We can't wait to meet you and become a part of your building journey.
Pre-game time is food time, and at Fresh Start Market, we have you covered. This is Kayla inviting you to stop in and check out our fresh produce, awesome meat selection, and snacks for when you're on the go with the busy school year. And don't forget to pick up some of our famous homemade sausage. Like and follow us on Facebook, Fresh Start Market LLC, for updates on sales, new products, and much more. Fresh Start Market of Herreid, because pre-gaming can't be done without food.
If you have plans to pour your driveway or need concrete for grain bins on the farm, you can count on the guys at Herreid Concrete in Herreid and Linton Concrete in Linton. Just give them a call at 437-2455 to discuss your project and get a no-obligation estimate. Herreid Concrete and Linton Concrete can deliver ready-mix concrete for basements, sidewalks, patios, additions, and any residential or commercial projects. They also sell feed bunks, blocks, culverts, bunker silos, septic tanks, and more. And it's all at Herreid Concrete in Herreid and Linton Concrete in Linton. Call 437-2455.
At the Campbell County Bank of Herreid and Pollock, our team is dedicated to the traditions of service. We offer a wide array of products to accommodate all of your financial needs, including checking and savings accounts, CDs, loans, IRAs, debit and credit cards, a 24-hour ATM, and online banking. Be sure to check out our special notices in your monthly bank statements. Campbell County Bank of Herreid and Pollock, member FDIC. Proud to serve you and proud to support this sports broadcast for the Wolverines.
Have you been out poaching with a very large, expensive weapon? Have the deer, pheasants, coons, and coyotes taken revenge on your vehicle?
What's that?
Campbell County Collision Center in Herreid can help you through this stressful process of auto body repair and bring your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. They provide you and your insurance company with clear, concise electronic estimates, simplifying the operation from the start. Because of Bob's 30-plus years of experience and dedication to staying up to date with new repair and paint advances, combined with our state-of-the-art refinishing system and frame repair abilities, they can give you big city quality combined with small-town convenience and care. If you need major or minor auto body repair or a windshield replaced, or a chip repaired, call Campbell County Collision Center. They're here to make it as painless as possible.
Welcome back into the Bank Best pregame show for game number 2. About 2.5 minutes from tip-off between the Herreid Selby area boys and the undefeated Stanley County Buffalo boys. Stanley County sits at 3-0 on the season. We'll take a look at how they got there in a moment. Herreid Selby area at 1-1. They lost their first game by 5 points to McLaughlin. A good one, 62-57. They would get in the win column with a 77-44 victory over the Bison. The Stanley County boys started off with a 69-47 win over Miller. And then, of course, that instant classic against Winter when Tegan Breitag hit the buzzer beater to get the W 52-50. Then they dominated Phillips 74-33. First time they have exited the Christmas break and come into the new year undefeated in their program's history. Something special working with this Stanley County Buffalo boys squad. As we remind you, the DRG News app, you can download that to make your listening experience much more enjoyable and much more streamlined as we welcome you into the Jensen Rock and Sand broadcast booth. If you're just joining us, the Herreid Selby area Lady Wolverines got the win in game number 1, 65-23, the final score on our Wegner Auto and Real Tough Farm Equipment scoreboards. And for those of you that are making your way out to Fort Pierre tonight, South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you to slow the drive, arrive alive. It starts with you. You've got someplace to be. All right, let's get a quick talk from Buff Nation and CHS River Plains with our keys to success.
Buff Nation is proud to support and serve area athletics and the Stanley County Buffaloes this season. Buff Nation never stops giving back, and you can become a valued member today with memberships starting at $30. Membership fees include Buff Nation decals, discounted ticketing to events, free concession stand items, and so much more. If you are interested in becoming a member of Buff Nation, please contact Tate Gabriel at 605-222-5537.
Join us for the CHS River Plains Annual Meeting and Farm Show, Wednesday, January 28th at 10 a.m. at the Share How Event Center in Mulbridge. We'll review the past year, connect you with our business partners, and say thank you for your continued support. CHS is your trusted partner for grain, agronomy, animal nutrition, and energy, helping you succeed in every season. Mark your calendars for January 28th. And from all of us at CHS River Plains, happy holidays.
And for our keys to success tonight for Herreid Selby area, they are going to have to slow the pace of Stanley County. This is a team that gets up and down the floor quickly. They take a lot of shots. And if Herreid Selby area wants to get the win tonight, they are going to have to take the run of the floor away from Stanley County. This is a Buffaloes team that can strike when the iron's hot, and even when the iron's not hot, this team can shoot. You're going to have to control Eddie Duffy, Paxton Deal, and Weston Prince from the outside. Easier said than done, but Herreid Selby area has shown that they can put a little offense out on the floor, and they will have to certainly get that going. We expect a lot of that tonight, a lot of offense and a lot of buckets here. That is our keys to success rather quickly brought to you by our friends at Buff Nation and CHS River Plains. Now, while they're introducing starting lineups, let's introduce you to our officials. Before we do that, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection.
Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding a fine for missing jury duty, your utilities being shut off for non-payment, toll road fines, or you've won a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency and the need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts, and you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
And our officials, the same three we had in the girls' game. Brandon Sulek, Andrew Lepkowski, and Trey Krieger. Three great officials for us tonight here, as this is going to be a fun one indeed. Stanley County's introducing their starting five. The Wolverines have already introduced theirs, so let's meet them. Xavier Ritter, one of the team's captains, a senior forward. Timothy Rube, a junior guard. Jared Weisbeck, the other captain. Noah Schultze, and Adonias Mills will round out the starting five. Starting five for Stanley County, pretty familiar as they introduce Weston Prince, Eddie Duffy, Paxton Deal. Also getting the start tonight is Trevor Caldwell, a 6'7" senior. And to round out the starting five will be Brendan Bothwell. This Stanley County team has got a great mix of size and speed, but Herreid Selby area boasts that as well. In the speed category, Stanley County certainly has the advantage in terms of size. When you look at their rosters for both, 10 players in the 6-foot category for Stanley County, just 3 for Herreid Selby area. At the middle of the floor for the tip, it'll be A.D. Mills, as I'm going to call him A.D., as he'll be facing off with Trevor Caldwell. Adonized stands at 6'2", Trevor Caldwell at 6'7". We are underway, and Mills wins the tip. Good for Mills, getting up high, taking it away from 6'7", Trevor Caldwell, and we are underway. Herreid Selby area in the road purples, Stanley County in the home whites. The Wolverines with a quick giveaway, taken away by Weston Prince. Paxton Deal, quick 3 on the way, off the front iron, no good. Mills comes down with the rebound. Wolverines attacking away, if you're listening. Driving around Central South Dakota, Stanley County coming into your passenger seat. Eddie Duffy with a steal, fakes the pass, left-handed layup, too strong. Mills comes down with the board. Quick swing up ahead. Wolverines have numbers, and they're on our Wetner Auto and Real Tough Farm Equipment scoreboard. First, a 2 put in by Xavier Ritter as the Wolverines out front early in this first quarter. Long pass up ahead, beats the press. Weston Prince has got it, had an open look at 3, but gave it up. Bothwell swings to the middle of the circle at midcourt. Paxton Deal, they continue to swing. They find Duffy open in the corner. A short arm 3, nothing but net, but it went under the rim. Eddie Duffy usually hits his 3s, nothing but net. That time a little bit too low. Can't call it an air ball, still struck net, but won't see that from Eddie Duffy too often. Of course, a long break for Stanley County. Their last game came on December 18th. Another beautiful drive from Xavier Ritter. He puts it in with the right hand, and they lead 4-0. Very similar start from our girls' game to our boys' game. Of course, the Wolverines were able to get the win in game 1, as this one is whistled down low. We've got our first foul. I believe they will get that one against Timothy Rube. Inbound coming here for Stanley County. Up top for Eddie Duffy. Duffy guarded by Weisbeck. Good drive along the baseline for Paxton Deal. He floats one almost out of bounds, but saved by Bothwell. Bothwell drives, and he's going to get fouled. And quickly, 2 fouls. This time it's against Noah Schultze. 2 team fouls for the Wolverines. There was 6:08 to play in the first quarter. Beautiful feed pass inside. Caldwell puts it in, and he's fouled. Great setup play there from head coach Joey Fisher. Chris Heddick is the Wolverines boys head coach, and Caldwell will head to the line to try to make this a 1-point deficit off a 3-point play. First free throw, only free throw, is bottom of the net. Caldwell's got 3. 4-3 on our Wegner Auto and Real Tough Farm Equipment scoreboard. Rifling pass in for the Wolverines. Stanley County playing with some pace on defense. Joey Fisher wanted an over and back, didn't get it. This one is swung back up to the near side wing. Corner 3 on the way for Rube. This is everything. Rebound pulled down. And I've just been notified it was a lane violation against Stanley County, so Caldwell's free throw will not count, thanks to our great camera operator and now turned statistician, Brian Menning. So the score officially 4-2 on our Wegner Auto and Real Tough Farm Equipment scoreboard. Breakneck speed is this pace here early. Here's a quick turnaround jumper from the free throw line. No good for Xavier Ritter, and a foul is called down low against the Wolverines, and that is another foul against Herreid Selby area. Not even 3 minutes into this first quarter, they've got 4 early fouls. Wolverines will press, but it's a soft press, not really hassling Eddie Duffy and Paxton Deal as they make their way up the floor. Nice set of eyes from Eddie Duffy. Swings it up to Weston Prince. He tried to feed it inside for Trevor Caldwell, but it's picked off by Mills. Wolverines outrunning. Shot errant off the side of the backboard for Timothy Rube. Paxton Deal going with pace along the baseline. Beautiful finish off the glass for the 2. And Stanley County ties it up at 4. Both teams pressing. Paxton Deal with a steal. Euro step in the lane. Good with the right hand. Now good with the left. Paxton Deal does it all on that possession for Stanley County. They lead 6-4. Jared Weisbeck driving. Tried to thread the needle to Ritter. That one taken away by Duffy. Paxton Deal surveys, pulls a 3, and it's right on the screws. Paxton Deal has got 7 points. Stanley County leads 9-4, and a timeout taken by Chris Heddick and the Wolverines. We'll take this 30-second Agtegra break to catch our breath. 9-4. Stanley County leads with 4:36 to play in the first.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
The quick timeout. Acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. Another quick steal for Stanley County leads to a bucket for the Buffaloes. Weston Prince got the steal. Eddie Duffy got the bucket. This game is going a mile a minute. Both teams pressing. Herreid Selby area having some difficulty with it, and another near steal, but it's off the foot of Weston Prince as he jumped up in the air and it caught his left sneaker. 11-4, Stanley County out in front. I'd like to say their offense has been really good to start, but it's been their defense that's facilitated these 11 points. Multiple steals, and Herreid Selby area has gotten themselves into foul trouble. They've got 4. At the midway point of the first quarter, quick turnaround jumper for Jared Weisbeck is true. Great touch on that shot from the free throw line for the captain. And momentarily stops the bleeding. 11-6. Jack Deal in the ball game now. Here's a 3 on the way. Off the front iron, no good. Jack Deal chases it down and gets the Weston Prince miss. And Jack Deal has got 2 points. Tatum Kwasnick is checked in for Herreid Selby area, and up the floor from Kwasnick is a foul. Paxton Deal makes the contact there on Weisbeck. As Weisbeck tried to drive by on the left side of the lane. Again, if you're listening on the radio or the DRG News app, we're set up here in the corner of beautiful Parkview Gym. Wolverines attacking away from us. Stanley County coming our direction. They'll get the inbound into Kwasnick. Kwasnick will swing over in front of the Stanley County bench, cross-court pass. Ball never staying in the hands of any Wolverine for too long. Here's a kick out to the top of the key. Kwasnick wants 3. In and out. That ball was halfway down. That's robbery at its finest. Hugh Bourne is checked in, got the rebound. Quickly up ahead for Paxton Deal. Dribbles it off his shin. He is fouled. The up and under lay-in does a 360 spin and falls. How did he get that to go? Paxton Deal contorting his body in the lane. Perfect touch on the layup. As he pulled off a little up and under scoop, got the touch off the glass, and got the friendly roll from the home rim. Can he make it a 3-point play and make it a 10-point lead for Stanley County? You bet he can. Paxton Deal having a pretty good night thus far. Bullet pass into the chest from Mills to Rube. And a foul called against Stanley County. I'll go against Brendan Bothwell, his first. Herreid Selby area with 5 fouls now here in the first quarter. So Stanley County will be going to the line for the remainder of this 3 minutes and 7 seconds. Rube feeds it inside for Mills. Mills with a shot. Heavily contested by Q Bourne. Strong rebound by Keegan Russell for the Wolverines. Wolverines continue to swing it around the outside of the arc. Now it's Rube stepping inside and gets the floater to go from the line. Two really good offensive teams putting on a display here. Jack Deal drives the lane, brings it back out, swings to Duffy. Duffy fakes the three, steps inside the arc, can't get it to go. Eddie Duffy with a little bit of a cold start. You don't see that often, but he's going to keep shooting, and he'll find it at some point. Here's a nice spin in the lane from Kwasnick. What a finish from Tatum Kwasnick as he spins at the free throw line, uses his last remaining step to step towards the hoop. 16-10, Stanley County and Herreid Selby area trading buckets. Cross-court pass. Paxton Deal for three. Off the mark. Good hands from Q Bourne. Jars it free from Keegan Russell, who initially got the rebound, and Russell wisely lets it bounce out of play. So Xavier Ritter with 4 points will check back in. Wanted a high five from Keegan Russell. Russell missed him. Noah Schultze will also check in for Timothy Rube. Rube will take a seat with 2 points. Both teams have been putting in a press. Eddie Duffy doing his best Trevor Caldwell impression, punting and kicking that one out of play. Of course, Trevor Caldwell, the kicker for the Stanley County Buffaloes football team. Mills saves that pass back from Schultze before it goes out of bounds along the baseline. Herreid Selby area able to get it past midcourt, but still hassled heavily by the Buffaloes defense. Stanley County with a 2-3 look defensively. Mills swings to Kwasnick. Kwasnick dribbles. Kicks over to Schultze. 5 on the shot clock. Kwasnick drives, and he travels with Trevor Caldwell right in his face. Now playing 5'8" Tatum Kwasnick for double taking. But Trevor Caldwell's 6'8" frame right in front of him. So Kwasnick, who went up, saw Caldwell's arm reach down in front of him, came back down to the hardwood without a shot. Another Wolverine turnover. Brendan Bothwell on the far side wing, kicks up to Deal. Deal wants another three, and that off the front iron, no good. Kwasnick chases down the loose ball, and it's poked free. What a save there by Brendan Bothwell. Prince got the poke. Buffalo's out and running. Paxton Deal driving baseline, kicks it out. Prince fakes a three, drives the lane, kicks out to Bothwell at the top of the key. He swings right back to Prince. Near side block, now drives in the paint just outside the semicircle. Loose ball on the floor. Duffy dives on top of it and gets the Agtegra timeout. My goodness. We're going to stay right here for this Agtegra break and just relive that steal generated by Paxton Deal, Weston Prince, and Brendan Bothwell. Weston Prince came up from behind, poked it free from Kwasnick, ball going out of bounds. Brendan Bothwell chased it down towards the baseline, dove out nearly into the padding behind the basket, saved it in midair, rifled a pass to Paxton Deal. And in this timeout, we'll remind you, acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local ag cooperative today. 4.3 remaining in the first quarter. Still a 16-10 lead for Stanley County on our Real Tough Farm Equipment and Wegner Auto scoreboard. Stanley County will inbound, and we've got a foul called against Herreid Selby area, and that will send Trevor Caldwell, I believe, to the line. No, Eddie Duffy will take the free throws, and foul is assessed to Noah second. Our officials will have a quick word and an explanation for Chris Heddick. Eddie Duffy's missed his first couple of shots, but maybe he can get his rhythm going here from the free throw line. His first free throw is just a bit short. Stanley County is 1 for 2 tonight from the free throw line. It would have been 2 for 3, but a lane violation on Trevor Caldwell's first free throw wiped out the 3rd points of the game for Stanley County. Eddie Duffy splits the pair. So now it's 17-10. Substitution coming. It's Timothy Rube back into the game. Noah Schultze will take a seat with 2 fouls. Stanley County's got the white home jerseys with buffaloes in cursive across the chest. They've also got the purple and gold checkerboard down the side. Wolverines in block letters on Herreid Selby area's purple jerseys. Another takeaway generated by Weston Prince. Washington got into some trouble on the trap. Weston Prince was able to jar it free. There's a 4-second difference in game clock and shot clock. 23 on the shot clock, 27 on the game clock. Paxton Deal dribbling patiently. He's kind of going back and forth inside the shadow of the midcourt line. Paxton Deal tried to pass it, was looking for Joe Malm. Malm started to cut baseline, and Paxton Deal had to pick up his pass, couldn't stop his pivot foot, and is called for the travel. And now Herreid Selby area gets the turnover, and they can take the last shot. Kwasnik will bring it across midcourt with 13 seconds. Noah Schultze now with it. High pass saved by Weisbeck. Weisbeck down into the corner. Step back 3 for Kwasnik is bottoms. Step back fadeaway 3 for Kwasnik. Makes it a 1-possession game, and that's a great way to finish the first quarter for Herreid Selby area. 3-point ball game. Stanley County leads 16-13. This one's getting fun. We'll be back in 60 seconds at the start of the second quarter on KMLO AGFX.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
When life gets hard
Well, you heard a word there from Jensen Rock and Sand as we welcome you into the Jensen Rock and Sand broadcast booth. Good one going here after one quarter. 16-13 lead for Stanley County. Tatum Kwasnik hit a fadeaway gorgeous 3 to end the first. And Paxton Deal repays the favor. He hits a 3 from the corner. And it's 19-13 Stanley County. Paxton Deal has been the main catalyst for Stanley County offense here in the early going of this one. Here comes a drive and a shot blocked. Jared Weisbeck tried to go up high. Trevor Caldwell got the swat. It's allowed Paxton Deal to get out and running. He had the separation on Timothy Rube, and he's fouled underneath the basket. Shot's no good, but Paxton Deal tried to earn him from the strike. 13 points for Paxton Deal thus far. Trying to make it 15 as the first free throw does a 360 spin and kicks out. Stanley County 2 of 4 from the line tonight. And while we've got this quick moment here, we just want to shout out Scott Colomb and Jordan Blaze back in our studios. This is one of our first simulcasts. There's a lot of moving parts with 2 sponsor sheets, and they're doing a fantastic job keeping us up on air. Make sure all of our great sponsors get mentioned. Paxton Deal hits the second. Inbound pass from Timothy Rube was passed back to Mills, and that goes through the hands of A.D. Mills. And it's another Wolverines turnover. They had foul issues in the first quarter, got into the bonus. Well, got their 5 fouls, put Stanley County into the bonus before they got to the midway point. Already got 1 here in the second quarter. 7.5 to go. Bothwell drives. He goes up and is called for the travel. He thought that pump fake was clean, but they're going to say he dragged the pivot foot. Bothwell can't believe it. Neither can Stanley County head coach Joey Fisher. Long pass into midcourt, beats the press. Porter Gregg driving, who's checked into this ball game for the Wolverines. And inside, Jared Weisbeck, a beautiful shot with some beautiful touch. It hit the back iron, but perfect spin helps it fall right through, 20-15. Stanley County's lead is 5 with 6:50 to play here in the first half. Buffalo's opting to slow it down a little bit. Both teams been running at breakneck pace here in the first quarter and change. Eddie Duffy with 1 point from the free throw line, 0 of 2 from the floor, hands off to Bothwell. Bothwell's 3 off the back iron, bounces right back to him. He tries to feed it in for Caldwell. It popcorns out to Weston Prince. And the Buffaloes will reset with a fresh shot clock. Fortuitous bounce over to Weston Prince for the Buffaloes. He gets the Eddie Duffy pass in the far side corner. Caldwell inside, gets the pass. Turnaround floater, no good. Mills with the board. Herreid Selby area doing a fantastic job holding their own. Long 3 on the way for Weisbeck, and it's right on the screws, and it's a 2-point ball game. Every time Stanley County stretches the lead out a bit, Herreid Selby area's got a big shot to answer. It was a Tatum Kwasnick 3 to end the first quarter, and there a Jared Weisbeck 3 to cut the deficit to 2. Inside pass for Paxton Deal. Turnaround jumper from the block. No good, but Caldwell there for the board. He's got his second bucket. It's 22-18. More pressing action for the Buffaloes, and it forces a timeout taken by Chris Heddick. Our timeouts are sponsored by AgTegra, and we'll tell you what they have to say here in 30 seconds on KMLO and KGFS.
Thoughts get too much to bear. Finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Generational success.
Chris Heddick uses the AgTegra timeout. Acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local AgTegra cooperative today. 5:32 left in the second quarter. 4-point lead for Stanley County. As we welcome you back into the Jensen Rock and Sand broadcast booth, I'm Justin Cowart, just having a ball calling this one. What a first half this has been. Feels like two heavyweight fighters just handing each other haymakers. Here's another steal from Stanley County. Great job by Duffy. He'll go coast to coast and lay it in for 2. That is a beautiful play by Eddie Duffy. He's now got 4 points. Press continuing to give the Wolverines issues. Weisbeck will try to swing it forward, and it's off the hands of Keegan Russell and out of bounds into the Stanley County bench. Seems that just slightly Stanley County is controlling the tempo of this ball game. We talked about that in our Buff Nation and CHS River Plains Keys to Success. Felt like the winner was going to control the speed of this game. Here's a quick 3 from the corner for Paxton Deal. That one was heavily contested by Anders Mortensen. HSA able to get the rebound. Here comes a drive. Beautiful kick inside, and a foul is called, and a technical is called against Weston Prince. Has he been thrown out of the game? So now this is interesting here. He has been ejected as Weston Prince. Weston Prince earned a technical foul, and they're going to say that there was some contact made, maybe with the right hand. And, of course, we're just speculating here as we try to hear the officials' conversation between Joey Fisher, or with Joey Fisher. The shot was made by the Wolverines, but the whistle wiped it out. Weston Prince was immediately called. The technical came out. Then the official gave him the old heave-ho. Prince can't believe it, and a long explanation coming for Joey Fisher, and rightly so. Didn't get a great look at the play. We were watching the basket. course, Brian Mennings helped me out with just about every technicality here tonight. Maybe he saw what happened. The motion from the official was, and I don't think that Weston Prince threw a punch, but that was what the official's motion looked like. Like maybe there was some contact that's not very basketball-like. Weston Prince still pleading his case with the coaching staff. Trevor Caldwell, playing leader, comes in, and Prince heads to the locker room, and following him will be Tegan Breitag. Tegan Breitag out of this game tonight, the senior in jeans and street clothes. He'll go follow Prince, maybe try to calm him down. And the officials continue to have the conversation here. And again, I don't think anything was malicious about the play. I think Weston Prince was just playing hard. If you watch both of these teams, I mean, they are flying around the floor. But the official was adamant in his call, so he definitely saw something that warranted the technical foul and the ejection. And I guess we'll only be able to figure this out when we watch the game tape and go back. So the Stanley County Buffaloes will be without one of their best and quickest defenders in Weston Prince for the rest of the game. Jack Deal will check in, and the technical free throws will come for Xavier Ritter on the other end of the floor. Quite the development happening here in Parkview. First free throw on the way as Xavier Ritter stands all alone at the line, and he knocks it down. And he can't hit the second. I always think taking those technical free throws, and again, this is me, a guy who's never played nothing more than a little bit of rec basketball up at the Y, but I always feel like those are much tougher to take. All eyes on you, nobody else at the line around you. Take some of that focus off. But either way, we play on 24-21 on our Real Tough Farm Equipment and Wegner Auto scoreboard. Again, Weston Prince drew a technical foul. Bothwell gets a steal. The official who just called and ejected Weston Prince gets in Bothwell's way as he was running up the floor, and Joey Fisher makes his way out to midcourt. Well, our officials are doing a great job tonight, but all eyes on them right now, and that's not exactly what they want. These guys have done a nice job. The Integra timeout taken by Joey Fisher. We'll stay right here with all of this action taking place and remind you, acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Integra cooperative today. So Weston Prince got the technical foul and the injection. He was staunch that he didn't do anything malicious. I don't think he did. Neither of these teams would make a malicious play like that. They're led by two great guys in Joey Fisher and Chris Heddick, who both guys love the game and implore that to their players. And both of these teams play the game the right way. Of course, just contact happens. And so they will count that bucket in the technical foul. Meanwhile, beautiful pass down low for Q Bourne results in 2 points. It was 24-19 when the technical happened. They counted the bucket. I'm not sure what is going on with the scoreboards here. This one's thrown out of bounds. I'm guessing they counted the bucket because it was 19, then to 21. Only one free throw was made by Xavier Ritter from the line, yet they still sit at 21. So I'm sure maybe some discussions, and it looks like the scores table are trying to figure out, get the score right. What we have right now in front of us on our Wegner Auto scoreboard and Real Tough Farm Equipment scoreboard is 26-21. There's 4:04 to play. And if you were looking for some action tonight, well, you found it here on KMLO and KGFX. Eddie Duffy kicks to Paxton Deal in the corner. Off the side iron, no good on the three. I'll tell you what, these fans from both sides are waiting to explode. Here's a three on the way from Weisbeck, and he nails it from the corner. Second three of the game for Weisbeck makes it a 2-point game yet again. Duffy swings to Jack Deal in the corner. Back up to Duffy. Duffy thought about an NBA range three, gives it back to Deal. Deal swings to Bothwell. Bothwell thought about three, now drives the lane, steps, kicks out. Jack Deal for three. It is good. Jack Deal's got 5, and the Stanley County Buffaloes lead by 5. Wolverines up to Weisbeck, another 3. That one off the mark. Eddie Duffy reels in the rebound, and Weisbeck makes the steal, but steps on the sideline. Tell you what, folks, games like this are why my job is just so much fun. 2 great teams battling it out, shot makers on either side, a crowd on the edge of their seat, and a 29-24 ball game. 2:48 to go here in the first half. Brendan Bothwell swings it around. Jack Deal in the corner. Back-to-back threes for Jack Deal. And the Deals are having a heck of a night. Brendan Bothwell picks the pocket of Timothy Rube. Up ahead for Paxton Deal. No good on the point-blank layup. He's upset with himself, but has to get back on defense. Washnick kicks to Weisbeck in the corner. Weisbeck drives. Beautiful feed inside, and Xavier River puts it in off the glass. Ritter has got 7. 32-26. 2 minutes and some change. Duffy's been quiet. Kicks into Bothwell. Beautiful feed to Bourne on the pass, and Bourne puts it in off the glass. Unbelievable vision there from Brendan Bothwell. A.D. Mills cross-court pass to Kwasnick. Kwasnick working on Bothwell. Swung to Rube. Rube down low for Mills. Mills is good off the glass. First 2 points for A.D. Mills tonight. Of course, he's made a bigger impact on this game than just 2 points. 90 seconds to go in the second quarter. Paxton Deal working on Weisbeck. Swings to Jack Deal. Deal into the corner for Duffy. Duffy wants 3. No good. And rebound could not be saved, out of bounds. Difficult play to make there from Timothy Rube. He got the ball, but he was kind of tight-roping the baseline. And lost control as he looked for an outlet. Gives it back to Stanley County, who leads by 6. Beautiful inbound pass from Bothwell to Jack Deal. And Jack Deal lays it in. Tell you what, Joey Fisher finding some things here with Jack Deal. Meanwhile, Jared Weisbeck somehow saves it with a behind-the-back pass as he's falling out of bounds. But the ball crosses midcourt. A.D. Mills went to get it. They said it was an over and back. Now the officials get together and say the ball was deflected by Stanley County. They whistled it dead. But I think what's going to come is a Wolverine inbound pass with 1:06 to play. After the concludes, it is just that. Mills will inbound in front of his own bench. Good job by the officials getting that one right, too. That was deflected by Bothwell, who's just been everywhere. It feels like there's 3 Brendan Bothwells on the floor. A.D. Mills trying to get it in. A push on Timothy Rube wasn't called. Meanwhile, Duffy for 3. No good off the mark. Bothwell with a strong rebound. Kicks out to Deal. Deal can't hit the 3. Jack Deal gets the rebound. Trying to kick it out. It's deflected by Mills and saved by Schultze. And the Wolverines are outrunning. And Rube up. Schultze guarded by Jack. Joey Fish had to call away from the ball. Didn't get it. Weisbeck steps back. A big 3. It's good. Jared Weisbeck, 3 threes in the first half, makes it a 5-point deficit. Shot clock shut off. Paxton Deal will bring it across midcourt with 20 seconds to play. Stanley County going to play for the last shot. Wants to carry a little bit of momentum into the locker room, leading by 5. They want to be leading by a few more than that. Chris Heddick barking out commands from the Wolverine bench. Paxton Deal picks up the dribble, swings to Eddie Duffy. Duffy drives from the elbow. Shot is good. The buzzer, and Stanley County takes a 38-31 halftime lead into our break, sponsored by CHS River Plains and Premier Equipment. A lot to recap in our halftime break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back to talk some more scores from around the state, recap the scoring from this one, and look ahead to what promises to be an extremely exciting second half Listen to high school basketball simulcast coverage on KMLO, KGFX.
At Premier Equipment, different things to different people. But to us, it means seeing my daughter follow in my footsteps, keeping the farm in the family, just getting to do this every day. We're Agtegra Cooperative, and we're generationally successful. That's who we are. Agtegra Cooperative.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierce, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
Each day brings the opportunity to make a difference, to follow through with integrity, to solve challenges through innovative thinking, and to bring the technical know-how needed to get the job done. At Wilbur Ellis, this is how we work, standing side by side as local experts who partner with the stewards of the land. We do it together. That's the power of we.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Ready to gain an edge in your career?
It was the Weston Prince ejection. It was a technical foul, an immediate ejection for what we could only suffice was a contact on maybe, I don't know, a little bit of too malicious content. There was no malicious intent behind it, but it was enough to send Weston Prince to the bench for the remainder of the game. It was a call that took a while. Weston Prince couldn't believe it. Neither could Joey Fisher, and neither could the hundreds of fans inside of Parkview Gym here tonight. But if we get half the action in the second half that we got in that first one, well, we are in for a treat. Again, 38-31 as we recap the scoring from the first half. It was a great first and second quarter from the Deal boys. Jack Deal with 10 points on 2 threes. Paxton Deal hit a couple of threes as well. He had 13 in the first half. Eddie Duffy with 4 total points. Q Bourne with 4. And Trevor Caldwell finishing the first half with 4 as well. Good first half shooting from Jared Weisbeck of the Herreid Selby area Wolverines. He too had 13 with 3 made threes and 2 2-point buckets. Xavier Ritter hit a couple 2-point field goals as well, along with a free throw. He's got 7 points. Tatum Kwasnick with a 5-point performance in the first half, including a fadeaway 3 from the corner to end the first quarter. And that has kind of been the theme of this game. Stanley County creates a little bit of a cushion in Herreid Selby area, answers back with a couple of big buckets on their own. A guy that hadn't really been lighting up the stat sheet has been A.D. Mills, but boy, has he been important on defense and really just kind of facilitating things on the floor for the Wolverines. And it is going to be a thrilling second half as this one is already kind of provided and then some. As we quickly take a look around the state, a lot of high school basketball action getting back underway tonight here in the new year as we jump in and take a look at some of the boys' scores from around the state. It is Millbank beat Aberdeen Christian 42-36 earlier today. Vermilion beat Groton area 66-57. West Central beat Hill City 73-41. Cheyenne Eagle Butte with a win over Todd County 81-59. Esteline Hendricks leading Kent 46-33. Webster area beat Aberdeen Roncalli in a thriller 55-52. And, of course, we'll have all the final scores from around the state for you on our local sports page at drgnews.com once they all go final. Tomorrow on our broadcast schedule, we've got some Mobridge Pollock girls and boys basketball on Star 99. They've got an afternoon game and then a break and then a early evening game on Star 99 with Matthew Giavoni tomorrow. We've also got some Peer Governor boys and girls basketball tomorrow on KGFX and River 92.7 as both teams play Bismarck. Girls will be at home on KGFX. Boys on the road on River 92.7. Our coverages will begin there at 2:30. Stanley County has made their way out of the locker room. Herreid Selby area will follow suit here in a moment. Let's talk a little bit about the second half and what both of these teams need to do to come away with a win. Stanley County, of course, trying to stay undefeated with a 3-0 start in this early campaign. Herreid Selby area at an even 500 at 1-1. Herreid Selby area, we talked about it in our keys to success. The Wolverines are going to have to try to control the pace of play. Stanley County loves to play quick, as you've seen. Herreid Selby area has done a really good job matching that tempo and matching that speed. Both teams have been pressing. Stanley County has been able to generate a couple more steals defensively on those presses. So Herreid Selby area, I'm sure, drawing some things up in the break to try to beat that a little bit more consistently. But it's going to be, one thing that we didn't really see in that first half was Eddie Duffy get going. He took a lot of shots from the outside, wasn't really able to get the three-point shot going as we so often see. But Joey Fisher has always given him the freedom to shoot whenever he feels like he's got a shot. So we'll certainly see some more Eddie Duffy shots. We'd love to see Tatum Quashnet continue to shoot it from the outside for Herreid Selby area. He's got a great looking shot. And of course, Jared Weisbeck is going to have to keep up his great play. We've been in our halftime break. We're going to be back in 2.5 minutes. This halftime was sponsored by CHS River Plains and Premier Equipment. We'll be back in, let's say 2 minutes as we'll get you set for the third quarter. You're listening live on KMLO and KGFX. And tell your friends we got a good one going on drgnews.com. We'll be back after this 2-minute break with the start of the third quarter.
Titan Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience, learn from factory-trained service experts, and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a Titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Titan Machinery, Highmore, Miller, and Pierre, your local Case IH dealer. Visit titanmachinery.com/careers to learn more.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
WindCircle, operating since 1995. We combine quality customer service and experience with the right technology to meet your needs. Our cybersecurity certified technicians will make sure your systems are secure. Services offered are video and data cabling, service and support contracts, cutting-edge camera systems to door security devices. WindCircle has many hardware options: Dell, HP, Cisco, SonicWall, and Ruckus, to name a few. Our staff has over 30 years of combined network design and cabling experience at your disposal. Call us today, 605-224-1111, and request a free quote. Again, that's 605-224-1111.
At Iverson Auto, our legacy is your trust. Whether you're in Mitchell or in Huron, we embody the values that have defined us for generations. We have been your partner on the road since 1948.
We bring decades of expertise to ensure your journey begins with confidence. Our goal is to turn your visit into a memorable experience, leaving you with a smile and peace of mind.
Iverson Auto of Mitchell and Huron are here to make your car buying experience smooth and enjoyable every step of the way.
Visit us online at iversonauto.com.
Welcome back to the Pregame Gym here on a Friday night. We got a good one going here between Stanley County and Herreid Selby area as we welcome you back into Parkview and into the Jensen Rock and Sand broadcast booth. I'm Justin Cowart. We got Brian Menning working the camera. And, of course, back in the studio, A-team crew tonight with Jordan Blaze and Scott Cologne. 38-31, Stanley County leads. They will now be attacking away from us. You're driving around town listening live, and coming into your passenger seat will be the Wolverines. Herreid Selby area will start with this second half possession. It will start with a beautiful feed inside. The putback no good for Timothy Rube. Good contested defense from Trevor Caldwell. Wolverines got the rebound but couldn't get it on the second attempt, and it'll go out of bounds off of HSA SC. Get it in. Paxton Deal at 13 in the first half, looking to continue to build on his big night. And they whistle. They need to get the shot clock situated. Either clock started. Still 8 minutes on our Real Tough Farm Equipment and Wegner Auto scoreboard. And you know what? Add as much time as you need. This has been such a fun game. We don't mind staying here a little bit longer. We'll put 7:45 on the clock. And now I think they've got it worked out correctly. Joey Fisher pleading with the official to let him inbound it from the score table. Certainly make the inbound much easier with this Wolverine press. So now they continue to adjust the shot clock. Now 7:31 on the game clock. They leave the fresh 35 up there. Still trying to work it out. Now they put 7:45 back on. So now they got it situated. Duffy will get the inbound. Quickly pass to Paxton Deal. And we're back and rolling. Bothwell will swing to Duffy. Again, no Prince. You're in the second half for Stanley County. Paxton Deal dribbling. Swings to Caldwell outside. Giving off to Bothwell. He had space for a three. He didn't take it. 6 on the shot clock. Swung to Jack Deal. He's had a good night trying to build on that. Can't hit the 3, and they go out of bounds as 2 Buffaloes and 1 Wolverine clash along the baseline. Mills will get it in on the inbound. Brought up by Timothy Rube. Gives it back to Mills. They cross midcourt with it. Drive from Wisebeck. Kicked out to the corner. Drive from Rube. Shot no good off the back iron. Paxton Deal there for the board. Paxton Deal is hassled up the floor and it draws a whistle. I think they might get Timothy Rube on that one. So it'll be Paxton Deal to inbound. With a left-handed pass to the near side corner for Eddie Duffy. Duffy brings it back out towards the top of the key, then swings it back to the corner for Bothwell. Bothwell looks. Nice feed inside for Jack Deal. Couldn't get the point-blank shot to go, but Caldwell there to clean up the rebound. He lays it back up and in. Trevor Caldwell having a good night defensively and on the boards on both sides. He's got 6. Wisebeck drives, kicks out. Rude's got it. He drives, lays it up over the outstretched arm of Caldwell, no good. Eddie Duffy there claiming it. Paxton Deal drives, loses control for the moment, but saves it and kicks it back to Bothwell, who gives up to Duffy. Duffy misses, knew it the whole way. Drives down, gets his board, kicks out to Deal. Deal spins in the lane. He can't get it to go. Caldwell there for the rebound. He can't get it to go. And Mills comes away with it. 40-31, 6 minutes to go here in the third. Wolverines need a basket to keep within striking distance here in this nip and tuck affair. Turnaround jumper from Xavier Ritter is no good. Eddie Duffy with another nice board. Swings it to Bothwell. Bothwell wants 3 from the wing. That misses everything. Paxton Deal there to slap it back to Caldwell as he was going out of bounds. Caldwell kind of looked up, had the ball right there at his hands in front of the rim, and he drops it in for his 7th and 8th points. 11-point lead for Stanley County. Inside, and Paxton Deal fouls Xavier Ritter as he goes up. Mills with a nice Quick pass from the near side block to Ritter. Ritter will try to earn him from the free throw line. I don't know much about Adonias Mills, but I have to imagine he's got some quarterbacking in his repertoire. As the first free throw gets a generous roll for Xavier Ritter. Every pass that Mills has distributed has been on a frozen rope. I mean, these things carry some tension behind them. Second free throw is good for Xavier Ritter. That is what Herreid Selby area needs to do in this second half to stick around. They got to get fouls, and they have to do what Ritter just did. Make your free throws. 42-33. Jack Deal feeding it down low to Caldwell, and Caldwell banks it in off the glass. Point of emphasis in the halftime break, I believe, for Joey Fisher was get the ball down low to 6'8" Trevor Caldwell. They've been doing that, and it's been paying off. He's got 6 points in the second half as he checks out for Q Bourne. The inbound pass was deflected away and out of bounds by Bothwell, so the Wolverines will inbound it from midcourt. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Ball swinging around the outside of the key. Washnick takes the three, working on Jack Deal. Tried to squeeze it to Weisbeck in the corner. It was deflected away by Deal, but controlled by Weisbeck. Long three from Schultz, bottom of the net. Much needed three for the Wolverines as they cut it back to an 8-point deficit into the single digits. 44-36 is our Wegner Auto and Real Tough Farm Equipment scoreboard score. Q Bourne from the corner. He thought about three, tried to pass it up for Duffy. It was deflected away by Kwasnick and couldn't save it as he came chugging down the floor. Brendan Bothwell will check out of the ball game, and Coach Heddick will take a timeout for Herreid Selby area. 4:17 to go. We'll be back in 60 seconds after this Ag Tech break. Stanley County out in front, 44-36.
Thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV? Think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
College is where I
maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Ag Tech cooperative today. Stanley County back on offense. Quick three pulled by Paxton Deal. No good. Noah Schultz there for the rebound. Wolverines coming down the floor. Passes deflected and stolen away. Jack Deal got the steal. Eddie Duffy batted the pass. Here's another three coming. This time Joe Malm. He misses the mark. Here's a three on the way from Tatum Kwasnick. That's no good. Joe Malm with it on the near side wing, far side of the floor, gives back to Duffy. Duffy drives, kicks. Jack Deal with a three on the way. That's in and out. Q Bourne with a strong board. He jumps inside and gets the finish for the two. Pass up ahead. Good movement from Herreid Selby area. Weisbeck drops in another three. Boy, can he shoot from the outside. He's got 16 points. He's got 4 threes. And it's a 7-point deficit. Back and forth they go. Jack Deal in the corner now. I want to apologize to some of the Herreid Selby area fans. I know I've been mispronouncing some of the names as Jack Deal knocks down a three from the corner. Man, has he been good tonight? Tatum Kwasnick driving. Given off to Noah Schutzley. That's one of the names that I was not saying correctly. My apologies to all the Wolverine faithful out there. And big thanks to Spencer Gosh for keying me in on those. And we now know it's Timothy Reeb. Schutzley with it. Schutzley steps in with 7 on the shot clock from the elbow, no good. Mills with a strong rebound. Beautiful give to Xavier Ritter, and Ritter puts it in for 2. Tell you, some of these Wolverine players and Stanley County players to that effect must have eyes in the back of their head. These guys know where each of their teammates is on the floor at all times. Here's a 3, no good from Long. Rebounded by Deal. He's whacked on the head. He finishes the 2, and he'll head to the line to make it a 3 the old-fashioned way. Jack Deal having a night. Stands at only 5'7", but he's playing much bigger than that height would have you believe. Stanley County back out in front by 10, but you really do have to tip your cap to the Wolverines. It can be so easy to just feel like this flurry of buckets from Stanley County. The game can get away from you. But Chris Heddick and his team, they have hung tough through it all. 1:58 to play in the third quarter as Jack Deal knocks down the free throw. Wolverines beating the press with ease here. Weisbeck drives. Shot kind of slips out of the hands there of Xavier Ritter. It'll go out of bounds off of Trevor Caldwell. So Timothy Reeb will inbound here from the near side corner, right underneath our Jensen Rock and Sand broadcast booth. Kwasnick now dribbling out towards midcourt. With the left hand swings, Weisbeck finds some room for a 3. No good off the front iron. One of the rare missed shots from Jared Weisbeck tonight. Paxton Deal with the rebound, gives to Duffy. Duffy draws 3 defenders on the left side block. Doesn't matter. He gets the lay-in for the 2. Wolverines running quickly down the floor. Keegan Russell trying to fit that one in. It was off the foot of a Wolverine defender. So the kickball will stop progression for a moment. Wolverines get it in up top for Kwasnick. Kwasnick bounces it through for Reeb. Reeb with a long cross-court pass. Nice save by Weisbeck. Kwasnick with it. Almost double dribbles, but he keeps the ball moving. Paxton Deal almost intercepts the pass. It's picked up by Kwasnick. A shot from the free throw line is blocked by Caldwell. Caldwell hasn't had a big impact tonight as Bothwell drives. Paxton Deal for 3 from the corner. No good. And the man of the hour, Trevor Caldwell, gets the rebound, but he's whistled for a travel as he goes tumbling down to the floor. And 6'8", Trevor Caldwell hits the hardwood. And you might want to go check that spot on the floor for any loose floorboards. That was a lot of contact and a heavy fall for big man Trevor Caldwell. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. I don't know where the last 7 minutes and 7 seconds have gone. This has been such a fun game between two outstanding basketball teams. Paxton Deal almost generates another steal on the pass from Weisbeck. Brendan Bothwell strips it free from Timothy Reeb, and we've got our first alternating possession of the night as 4 bodies dive down to the floor. You think this game means anything to these two teams? You got guys just putting their body on the line, flying out of bounds to save loose balls. Big bodies diving in on loose balls on the floor like they're fumbles on a football field, but these guys aren't wearing any pads. I mean, they're just getting after it out there. Paxton Deal with a swing to Duffy. Corner 3 for Eddie. Duffy finally falls as he gets the monkey off his back, makes his first 3 of the night, 57-41. Trying to answer 3 on the way for Anders Mortensen. No good. Rebounded by Caldwell. Duffy running quickly up the floor across midcourt. Joey Fisher telling him passionately what he wants him to do. Turns around, hands it off to Paxton Deal. 10 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Shot clock shut off. Where will the final shot come from for the Buffaloes? Jack Deal had nothing but room, but he gives it up to Duffy for 3 from the wing. Duffy can't hit, gets his own rebound. He's fouled with 0.8 seconds left. And he's going to head to the line to try to put an exclamation point on a very successful third quarter for the Buffaloes. (57-41). Final shots of this third quarter will come from the free throw line for Eddie Duffy. And he can't hit the first. Eddie Duffy is just kind of the only missing piece from the Stanley County offense tonight. Of course, he's still made his impact, been good on the defensive side of things, been good distributing the basketball, and he's good on that free throw. Long heave hits the rafters for Noah Schutzley. And no, if there was no rafters up there, I think that one would have gone down for the three. But it gets in the way. They just need a little bit of a taller roof here in Parkview as we head to the fourth quarter. 58-41, Buffalo's lead. We'll see if the Wolverines can cut into this deficit when we return in 30 seconds on KMLO, KGFX.
Come to life, where you'll find your pack. And at Northern State University, you'll leave the pack. It's part of the Northern Experience, right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is where the next generation of leaders thrive. Through world-class facilities, hands-on experiences, and generous scholarship opportunities to impact every part of who you're meant to be. Don't just earn a degree, shape your future and experience Northern.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt?
Has been just an awesome game between the Herreid Selby area Wolverines and the Stanley County Buffaloes. Hello, everybody. Justin Cowart welcoming you back into the Jensen Rock and Sand broadcast booth. One final quarter from our doubleheader simulcast here tonight. Of course, congratulations to the Herreid Selby area Wolverines who got the win earlier today in game 1, 65-23. They moved back above 500. Stanley County trying to stay perfect are the boys. They sit at 3-0. Wolverine boys trying to get above 500 as well. Sitting at 1-1 at Honest Mills with a nice feed inside for Weisbeck. Weisbeck along the baseline can't hit. Strong rebound pulled down by Xavier Ritter, but it's pulled out by Brendan Bothwell. But he travels on his way up the floor. So the Wolverines will get it back. They're going to have to overcome a 17-point deficit here in the first quarter, but a team that plays as hard and shoots as well as Herreid Selby area, they sure can do it, but they can't be doing that as Weisbeck gives it away on the inbound to Brendan Bothwell. Paxton Deal out and running. He is fouled. This is the shot. The blocking foul will go against Herreid Selby area. They'll get Adonis Mills on the contact, and Paxton Deal looking to add to an already big night. Deal hasn't scored here in the second half. He had 13 in the first half. And he knocks down the first. The Wolverines will take on Northwestern on the 5th. That'll be their next game as Paxton Deal knocks down the pair. Stanley County's got a date with Highmore Herald coming up on the 6th. Quick shot from the wing for Weisbeck. No good on the 3. Loose ball ripped away by Paxton Deal after the save was unsuccessful by Timothy Reeve. Eddie Duffy trying to squeeze it through to Paxton Deal. Good defense and active hands by the Wolverine. Deal gets back, bounces it inside, and Bothwell finishes it for the 2. And another giveaway here by the Wolverines. Adonis Mills was trying to get it into Timothy Reeve, and I think a very wise timeout taken by Chris Heddick. And he will take the full allotment of the 60-second Agtegra break. We'll take it with him and be back with a word from Agtegra after this.
With a small tear or hole, or your winter coat has a broken zipper, don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid. up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
This is what
Out of the Agtegra timeout, Stanley County will start with the possession. We'll tell you what Agtegra has to say when we get another moment to breathe as Eddie Duffy drives in and out, and that's been the kind of night for Eddie Duffy. Stanley County retains the possession after a strong rebound. Jack Deal now drives, spinning in the lane, left hook finish. What a play from Jack Deal, and what a night this young man is having. 8 second-half points and bring his total to 18. Here's a turnaround in the lane. No good for Xavier Ritter. And that'll go out of bounds off the Wolverines. Shots have just simply stopped falling for Herreid Selby area. But boy, have they really hung tough in this ball game against a Stanley County offense that has really just kind of pieced it all together. Really building off of what they started last year. They did lose a piece. Caden Montana obviously departed as a senior. There's a Duffy 3 on the way. That's no good off the mark. But a lot of the key pieces still sticking around for Stanley County. A couple of the younger guys getting more playing minutes, making the most of it. 64-41. And a traveler's called. And Weisbeck tried to spin and shoot here on the near side block just underneath our Jensen Rock and Sand broadcast booth. It's been a good night for the Deal family. Addie Deal had a good game, and the girls lost. She scored 12 points. Paxton Deal has got 15, and Jack Deal's got 18. Put the three of them on a team, and they might do some damage. Comes a drive from Bothwell. Soft right-handed floater as he steps inside the free throw lane is nothing but net. And Stanley County stretching out their lead under 6 minutes to play, 66-41. There's a kick out. Keegan Russell gives it away. Eddie Duffy with another steal. Underhanded floating pass up ahead for Paxton Deal, and he misses the point-blank layup. Remember where you were when that happened, folks. You won't see that again this season. Here's a kick to the corner. Weisbeck trying to answer with a 3. No good. Good hustle there from Timothy Reed. Gets the rebound. Drives the lane. No good off the glass. Paxton Deal and Trevor Caldwell team up for that rebound. Eddie Duffy across midcourt. And now Joey Fisher will direct his team to just slow things down a little bit. Let valuable seconds for Herreid Selby area waste away off the Wegner Auto and Real Tough Farm Equipment scoreboard. Here's a long 2 from Caldwell. No good on the shot. Gets his own rebound and can't put it back in, but he'll head to the free throw line. Tell you what, Trevor Caldwell, in the absence of Teagan Breitag on the bench tonight, of course, Jax Hofteser, another big man who got hurt earlier this year for Stanley County. Trevor Caldwell has assumed a lot of the responsibilities as the big man, and he gets the first free throw to fall. A lot of backspin on his free throw, and that surely helped him as it hit the back iron and kicked forward off the front iron and fell in. And it's 67-41, and a lot of the younger fans in the crowd, I'll let you guys figure out what they're doing with these 67 points. I'm not going to play into that as we've got another lane violation. Trevor Caldwell has lost out on 2 points tonight because of lane violations by his teammates. But boy, has Caldwell played hard tonight. So it'll stay 6-7-41. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Travel on the floor. When these trends start to come up and you have absolutely no idea where they stem from, what they mean, then you start to realize that you're getting a little bit more seasoned. 4:59. Brendan Bothwell to inbound. Deal gets it. Heavily guarded by Weisbeck. Herreid Selby area's defense has been fantastic tonight. Duffy fakes the 3. Swings to Bothwell. 5 minutes to go here. Off to Q Bourne. Bourne thought about three, had plenty of space. Now he drives, throws a little shoulder, no good on the layup. Brendan Bothwell, undersized, comes away with a big rebound. Beautiful feed inside for Jack Dale, who tosses in for two. 69-41. Stanley County on their way to their fourth win of the season. What a feed underneath. Weisbeck up and under. He gets the reversal layup to go, and he's fouled and can make it a three-point play. That was a beautiful finish from Jared Weisbeck, but got to give Timothy Reeb a lot of credit on the up and under layup, but also on the feed inside. We'll see if he can complete the three-point play. Off the back iron, no good. And the rebound is pulled down by Ritter. Ritter goes in the paint. No good. Q Bourne on the rebound. Duffy brings it forward. And I guess our good friend Tate Gabriel's listening. He's in on the 67-point trend. Foul down low against Tatum Kwasnick. I'd be interested to know if Tate Gabriel is very keen on all the trends and popular things going on around social media, if he even knows what it is. Paxton Deal will inbound. Eddie Duffy trying to will in a three-pointer. No good on the shot. A foul down low would have wiped out the bucket anyway. Q Bourne gets the push. 4 minutes exactly to play here in the ballgame. 69-43 lead for Stanley County. Herreid Selby area with 3 team fouls here in the fourth. Just 2 for the Buffaloes. And Weisbeck is called for the travel. Jack Deal and Eddie Duffy making life hard on Jared Weisbeck as he tried to split the trap. And Eddie Duffy will inbound. Paxton Deal across midcourt. Bothwell far side wing. Duffy drives, picks up, kicks out. Deal long through. On the way up front iron, no good. Rebound secured and pulled down by Caden Russell. The sophomore is checked in for the first time tonight. More active hands from Brendan Bothwell. That one popcorns around a little bit before it's swatted out of play. Anders Mortensen and Brendan Bothwell fighting for that loose ball. They'll say it was off of Bothwell. Mortensen will do the inbounding. Tatum Kwasnick will kick to Schutzley. Schutzley back to the far side wing. Long three for Mortensen. No good. And both teams feeling like they've got a bit of a lid on the rim. Eddie Duffy drives. Tries to shoot it from behind the backboard. Somehow gets it around. Couldn't hit the shot. And it'll go out of bounds off the Buffaloes. That one would have defied physics had he been able to wrap that bullet around the backboard. Kwasnick with it. Good pass inside from Schutzley, but it's taken away by Q Bourne. Eddie Duffy will bring it forward as we crawl under 3 minutes. Bothwell drives, and he's fouled on the trip down the lane. That'll be the fourth team foul for Herreid Selby area. And they'll assess that one to Caden Russell. That'll be his first. One more from the Wolverines will put Stanley County at the line. Bothwell to inbound. Bothwell floats it over the head of the defense. Gets it into Eddie Duffy, who hands off to Deal. Deal drives, tries to finish with the left hand. Won't get it to go, but he's fouled. And whether it was on the floor or in the act of shooting, doesn't matter. That's the fifth team foul for Herreid Selby area. Paxton Deal looks to add to his 15-point total with 2 upcoming free throws. Deal's first on the way. Nothing but that. It's going to be hard to decide which way our 2 player of the game shirts go. It is a simulcast, which means we do get to give out a player of the game to either side. Paxton Deal's second free throw is true. Make sure you stick around for our Family Dental Appear in Gettysburg post-game show to see who goes home with these Player of the Game T-shirts. We'll talk some scores from around the state. Here's a 3 from Mortensen. That is no good. And the shooting has gone ice cold for Herreid Selby area. you do feel for the hard as they've played, keeping themselves in this ball game. They just can't seem to get some of these open looks to go. Stanley County, in kind, has been able to find their shots falling. As Bothwell launches a three, that one in and out, no good. Bothwell almost gets the loose ball rebound. It's secured by Ritter. Ritter pushes forward. Mortensen drives, tried to squeeze it in underneath the basket to Caden Russell. It was taken away by the Buffaloes. Paxton Deal going coast to coast. He gets that layup to go. We got a whistle and wholesale substitutions coming for both sides. We'll step away here for 30 seconds while we sort out the new players coming on the floor. 73-43 Stanley County on their way to 4-0. We'll be back in 30 on KMLO. Oh, wait, never mind. We're going to stick it right here. They did call the timeout, but they did not actually grant any time for the timeout. So we'll let you know who all is out on the floor on the fly. Jacob Myers checked in for Stanley County, as has Chase Meyer. Meanwhile, Caden Russ turning around on the free throw line. Kicks a three-pointer on the way for Luke Fiedler. That's no good. The bounce on the Wolverines. Other Stanley County players out there. Joe Baum is checked back in. Carson Bourne seeing his first playing minutes of the evening. Keaton Fiedler also out on the floor for the Wolverines, as is Porter Gregg. Long three on the way from Baum. No good off the glass. Rebound pulled down by Herreid Selby area. Keaton Fiedler drives across midcourt. Kicks to the corner. Mortensen thought about three. Back up to the top of the key. Now Mortensen gets it back in the corner. Cross-court pass. Finds its way to Luke Fiedler. Gives it up to Keaton Fiedler. Good ball movement here working by the Wolverines. 14 on the shot clock. Squeezing a pass inside. Caden Russell drives, fouls, and makes the bucket. Outstanding ball movement there from the Wolverines. That ball did not stay in the hands of anyone. Herreid Selby area player for more than a split second. And it ended with a Caden Russell 2. And he can't hit the free throw. Strong rebound pulled down by Chase Meyer. Under a minute to go here. Chase Meyer. Dribbling worked on by Russell. Ball continues to swing around the outside. Carson Bourne steps inside the free throw line. Kicks out to James Fosham. Turnaround jumper along the baseline for Chase Meyer is up and good. Time for two more possessions here. Anders Mortensen will bring it across midcourt. Cross-court swing to Keaton Fiedler. Back to Mortensen. Mortensen wants three. Off the side iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Carson Bourne. He'll get across midcourt. They'll pick it up. They'll hold on to it as the final 13 seconds ticks away. Stanley County is going to get the win and improve to 4-0, the best start in their program's history here in 2025 and 2026. The Herreid area Wolverines will drop to 1-2 on the early season, but these are two teams that we will certainly be talking about as the season drags on. 75-45 final score on our Wegner Auto and Real Tough Farm Equipment scoreboard. We've got the Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show with so much to get you here on the other side of this break. We'll be back with the Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show after this. Again, 75-45 final score. Stanley County gets the win.
Dr. Ryan and his team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg would like to thank their...
This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
It's a particular kind of joy when people come together. It's really nothing like it. And isn't it amazing in that magic moment how all the distance between us, all the obstacles, just disappear? Wherever, whenever, however. Connecting you to what matters most.
As we ring in a brand new year, the Grossenberg Implement team will be taking a moment to celebrate with family. All Grossenberg Implement locations will be closed on New Year's Day. We'll be back the following business day, ready to help you kick off a productive and successful 2026 season. From all of us at Grossenberg Implement, Happy New Year, and thank you for your continued trust and support.
What if the market shifts? What if the margins on your farm keep getting tighter? Simplot Grower Solutions is here to help. Simplot Crop Advisors know South Dakota corn, soybean, wheat, and other crops like you do, because they live and work here. So, even if the market shifts or the margins keep getting tighter, you'll have the insight and support to keep moving forward. Simplot Grower Solutions.
Most people don't think about their furnace until it's not working, but we do. At Pipe Service Experts, we are trained to see what others miss. Airflow restrictions, pressure imbalances, heat exchanger flaws. That's how we catch little issues before they become cold nights and costly repairs. Because keeping your home warm takes more than just a toolbox. Our certified technicians will get your system running at peak condition. Call Pipe Service Experts for our special $99 precision tune-up today. Call 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Now's your chance for a Have you been out poaching with a very large, expensive weapon? Have the deer, pheasants, coons, and coyotes taken revenge on your vehicle?
What's that?
Campbell County Collision Center in Herreid can help you through this stressful process of auto body repair and bring your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. They provide you and your insurance company with clear, concise electronic estimates, simplifying the operation from the start. Because of Bob's 30-plus years of experience and dedication to staying up to date with new repair and paint advances, combined with our state-of-the-art refinishing system and frame repair abilities, they can give you big city quality combined with small-town convenience and care. If you need major or minor auto body repair or a windshield replaced or a chip repaired, call Campbell County Collision Center. They're here to make it as painless as possible.
Hi, I'm Jeff Brenner, and along with my wife Haley, we're excited to introduce ourselves as the new owners of Herreid Lumber. We're proud to be part of this great community and ready to help with all your building needs.
Whether you're working on home renovation, building something from the ground up, or just need the right tools and supplies, we've got everything you'd expect from your local lumberyard, plus the service you deserve.
We're here to lend a hand, offer advice, and make sure you have what you need to get your project done right.
So come on by Herreid Lumber, say hello, and let us help you with your next project. We can't wait to meet you and become a part of your building journey.
What a game it was. Stanley County runs away with it in the second half. Hello, everybody. Justin Cower welcoming you back into the Jensen Rock and Sand broadcast booth and a little bit of an extended family dental up here in Gettysburg. Post-game show. Got a lot of business to get to, but first, let's recap the scoring for you. And Stanley County, 75-45, the final score win, and they were led by Mr. Jack Deal, a sophomore. 20 points for him. Paxton Deal had 19. Eddie Duffy with 10. Q Bourne finished with 6. Trevor Caldwell with 10. For the Herreid Selby area Wolverines, it was a 5-point night for Tatum Quashnick. 16 points for Jared Weisbeck. Xavier Ritter finished in double digits as well. He had 11. His Herreid Selby area falls to 1-2. Stanley County improves to 4-0, the greatest start in their program's history as they continue to build on a very solid team that the more and more we see that we start to think this team can make a little run here in this season. As we kind of recap the game for you, it was back and forth. We said this earlier, but it felt like a heavyweight fight. One team would throw a punch, a right haymaker, and then Herreid Selby area would answer back with one of their own. Just two really stout, fast teams playing very physical and tough. The big part of this game was the Weston Prince technical foul down low in the first half. He was ejected for some apparent contact. Again, we don't have a full explanation on what happened, but there was enough contact with Weston Prince as he was going for a rebound that would warrant the technical foul. He was ejected from the game, forcing Stanley County to go other places, but step up they did. And Stanley County was able to rely on some of their bench players, but also guys out of their starting five to get it done. You know, we talked a little bit about the point scores. Eddie Duffy finishes with 10, and normally that's could be one quarter's worth of production from Eddie Duffy. He just couldn't get the shots going. But, you know, last year for Stanley County, when some of their key shot makers weren't on, it felt like they couldn't go elsewhere to find offense. This team feels a little bit different in that respect this season. And they're going to have to fall on and rely on guys like Jack Deal, like Brendan Bothwell, like Paxton Deal, and guys off the bench. Q Bourne checked in and played some great action. We'll see Tegan Breitag after the Highmore Herald game. He will be back against McLaughlin. So Stanley County, you know, came into this game without Tegan Breitag, without Jax Hofteaser, and they didn't have Weston Prince for a majority of the game. And of course, Eddie Duffy wasn't, like we said, his normal self tonight. But they were able to find success in other places, and that is great news for Stanley County. If you enjoyed listening to these two games tonight, folks, reminder that we often have multiple evenings where we've got multiple broadcasts going on across multiple stations. So download the DRG News app. You can bounce around from game to game, make your listening experience much more streamlined and much more enjoyable. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll hand out our Player of the Game t-shirts, and then we'll take a look at some scores from around the state for you. Again, extended Family Dental up here in Gettysburg post-game show for you tonight. So we'll be back in 3.5 minutes with more. You're listening live on KMLO and KGFX.
Thorstenson Trucking of Selby sponsors local youth activities, athletes, and the sports broadcast of the Herreid Selby area Wolverines. Since 1943, Thorstenson Trucking has been hauling grain, fertilizer, rock, grain byproducts, and more. They're dependable, they have competitive rates, and they can haul your grain locally. For 3 generations strong, Thorstenson Trucking of Selby. The people to know when there's something to go.
Farming and ranching is tough work, and you've worked hard to get everything you own. Hi, this is Justin Gehring, a member of Key Insurance Bridgemark Solutions team, asking you, why lose it all to life's misfortunes? Stop by or give me a call and let's talk about coverages that are available to protect you and your family. Whether it's to insure your buildings, cover your liability, or give you a peace of mind, we're here for you. You take care of your farm and ranch, and we'll take care of your insurance. At Key Insurance Agency of Mobridge, a member of Bridgemark Solutions.
For reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work, call Ferding Electric. Ferding Electric staffs licensed, knowledgeable electricians to help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential or commercial, Ferding Electric knows how to get the job done right. Call Ferding Electric at 224-8684. Stop in at 2903 East Elizabeth, just off the truck bypass. See Ferding.com or find them on Facebook. Ferding Electric, licensed electricians, quality service, and dependable products since 1956.
At First Dakota, we don't like to brag about ourselves. So when Forbes named us South Dakota's best bank again, we faced a dilemma. Thankfully, we have the state's best customers, so we're happy to brag about them instead. After all, they inspire us every day. The farmers, the business owners, the families. Without them, we'd be just another bank. So thank you to all of our amazing customers. We wouldn't be here without you. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
At Mobridge Regional Hospital and Clinics, your health is our #1 priority. Hi, this is Darcy Costers, Executive Assistant, and if you need medical care, then trust our team. Dr. Clay Harper, General Surgeon, Drs. Josh Henderson and Travis Henderson, Internal Medicine. For family and women's health, including obstetrics, you can trust Dr. Emily Bowden, Dr. Robert Marciano, Dr. Merhej Hanoun, and Dr. Matt Schaefer. Good luck from our team to yours at Mobridge Regional Hospital and Clinics.
It's about you.
In today's world, insurance has become an important tool to manage risk in your business and personal assets. At Marin Beal Insurance, our agents can help you with coverages for your business, farm, crops, livestock, and of course, your home and autos. Since Marin Beal is an independent agency, we can choose from a variety of companies that give you the best coverage for the best price. Stop by our local offices in Selby, Pollock, or Roscoe. Visit our website at marinbeal.com or give us a call to find out how we can help you with your insurance needs. Marin Beal Insurance is a proud sponsor of area athletics.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
If you have plans to pour your driveway or need concrete for grain bins on the farm, you can count on the guys at Herreid Concrete in Herreid and Linton Concrete in Linton. Just give them a call at 437-2455 to discuss your project and get a no-obligation estimate. Herreid Concrete and Linton Concrete can deliver ready-mix concrete for basements, sidewalks, patios, additions, and any residential or commercial projects. They also sell feed bunks, blocks, culverts, bunker silos, septic tanks, and more. And it's all at Herreid Concrete in Herreid and Linton Concrete in Linton. Call 437-2455.
Pregame time is food time, and at Fresh Start Market, we have you covered. This is Kayla inviting you to stop in and check out our fresh produce, awesome meat selection, and snacks for when you're on the go with the busy school year. And don't forget to pick up some of our famous homemade sausage. Like and follow us on Facebook, Fresh Start Market LLC, for updates on sales, new products, and much more. Fresh Start Market of Herreid, because pre-gaming can't be done without food.
Access Health Fort Pierre welcomes new and established patients, offering chronic and acute care for all ages, including evaluations for illness and injuries, immunizations, lab testing, wellness exams, and DOT and sports visits. Same-day appointments are available, and most major insurances are accepted. Good luck this season, athletes, from Access Health Fort Pierre, assuring access to quality health care.
Have you been out poaching with a very large, expensive weapon? Have the deer, pheasants, coons, and coyotes taken revenge on your vehicle?
What's that?
Campbell County Collision Center in Herreid can help you through this stressful process of auto body repair and bring your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. They provide you and your insurance company with clear, concise electronic estimates, simplifying the operation from the start. Because of Bob's 30-plus years of experience and dedication to staying up to date with new repair and paint advances, combined with our state-of-the-art refinishing system and frame repair abilities, they can give you big city quality combined with small-town convenience and care. If you need major or minor auto body repair or a windshield replaced, or a chip repaired, call Campbell County Collision Center. They're here to make it as painless as possible.
Welcome back into the Family Dental and Pierre and Gettysburg Postgame Show. Hello, everybody. I'm Justin Cowart, welcoming you back into the Postgame Show and our Jensen Rock and Sand broadcast booth. Two great performances of offense put on by the Herreid Selby area Wolverine ladies and the Stanley County boys team for the Buffaloes. The girls win at 65-23. And Stanley County boys win it in game 2, 75-45. Well, folks, on your way home from the game, South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you, don't veer for deer. It starts with you. You've got some place to be. We want to make sure you get home so we can see you back in Parkview coming up on January 6th when the Stanley County Buffalo boys and girls will take on Highmore Herald. We'll look ahead to later in the schedules for both of these teams later in our Family Dental and Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show. But for now, it is time to get to our Bauman Lumber and Venture Communications Player of the Game segment before we hand out these T-shirts. Let's hear a word from those two great sponsors at Bauman Lumber and Venture Communications.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
Venture Communications is proud to sponsor high school sports and the surrounding communities by providing world-class service with a hometown touch. Venture Communications has been offering phone service since 1952. Today, Venture provides fiber-to-home service for 100% of their customers, which means super fast internet streaming of your favorite games and much more. Visit VentureCom with 2 M's, venturecom.net for more information or to pay your bill online.
And this was tough coming from the Stanley County side. Pretty easy on the Herreid Selby area side, as our Venture Communications player of the game for the Wolverines will go to Jared Weisbeck. Boy, was Weisbeck good tonight. He hit 4 threes in tonight's contest. He finished the game with 16 points, and those threes, a majority of his points came in the first half, when it was really crucial for Herreid Selby area to keep up with Stanley County's offensive production. Weisbeck did that. A couple of great shots from Jared. He played a great game. And don't forget Xavier Ritter. He finished the game with double digits, 11 points as well. He played an outstanding game. Hayden Kwasnick hit some big shots, including a three-pointer at the end of the first quarter on a fadeaway. It's one of those where I could go into the gym and try that shot for an hour and maybe hit it once. Kwasnick and the rest of his teammates hit some pretty big shots. But tonight's KMLO Venture Communications player of the game belongs to the junior, Mr. Jared Weisbeck, who finishes with 16 points. On the Stanley County side, this was where the difficulty came, because we had a couple Buffaloes that had outstanding performances that we don't normally see get, this high up into their point totals throughout the night. It was really came down between Trevor Caldwell, who finished with 10 points. He was dominant in the paint underneath. He made a lot of big blocks, made a lot of big buckets, and a lot of big rebounds on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. But what it really came down to was the absence of Weston Prince. Where was that made up? That came from Jack Deal. Jack Deal, a sophomore guard standing at just about 5'7", finished the game with 20 points, and he was crucial in tonight's contest. Now, we've seen Jack Deal come off the bench every now and then and hit some big shots for Stanley County, sometimes in crucial points of the game, sometimes in mop-up time. But this was a crucial game for Jack Deal to get big, like we said, because of the absence of Weston Prince, who had to exit the game in the first half. Jack Deal came through in a big way tonight, and he is our player of the game on KGFX, sponsored by Bauman Lumber. So congratulations to Jared Weisbeck and Jack Deal. Again, Jared Weisbeck finishing with 16 points, Jack Deal finishing with 20, and they are our players of the game. One final break, and then we'll come back. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedules for both of these teams, fill you in on some scores from around the state, and we'll get you out of here on your Friday night. Our players of the game one more time, Jared Weisbeck and Jack Deal. Our final score one final time before we say it once more on the other side of this break. 75-45 Stanley County wins. We'll be back with some scores from around the state, upcoming schedules, and more from our Family Dental of here in Gettysburg post-game show.
Farming and ranching is tough work, and you've worked hard to get everything you own. Hi, this is Justin Gehring, a member of Key Insurance Bridgemark Solutions team, asking you, why lose it all to life's misfortunes? Stop by or give me a call and let's talk about coverages that are available to protect you and your family. Whether it's to insure your buildings, cover your liability, or give you a peace of mind, we're here for you. You take care of your farm and ranch, and we'll take care of your insurance at Key Insurance Agency of Mobridge, a member of Bridgemark Solutions.
Thorstenson Trucking of Selby sponsors local youth activities, athletes, and the sports broadcast of the Herreid Selby area Wolverines. Since 1943, Thorstenson Trucking has been hauling grain, fertilizer, rock, grain byproducts, and more. They're dependable, they have competitive rates, and they can haul your grain locally. For 3 generations strong, Thorstenson Trucking of Selby. The people to know when there's something to go.
At Mobridge Regional Hospital and Clinics, your health is our #1 priority. Hi, this is Darcy Costers, Executive Assistant, and if you need medical care, then trust our team. Dr. Clay Harper, General Surgeon, Doctors Josh Henderson and Travis Henderson, Internal Medicine. For family and women's health, including obstetrics, you can trust Dr. Emily Bowden, Dr. Robert Marciano, Dr. Merhesh Hanoun, and Dr. Matt Schaefer. Good luck from our team to yours at Mobridge Regional Hospital and Clinics.
It's about you.
In today's world, insurance has become an important tool to manage risk in your business and personal assets. At Merrill Insurance, our agents can help you with coverages for your business, farm, crops, livestock, and of course, your home and autos. Since Merrill is an independent agency, we can choose from a variety of companies that give you the best coverage for the best price. Stop by our local offices in Selby, Pollock, or Roscoe. Visit our website at marinbl.com or give us a call to find out how we can help you with your insurance needs. Merrill Insurance is a proud sponsor of area athletics.
At the Campbell County Bank of Herreid and Pollock, our team is dedicated to the traditions of service. We offer a wide array of products to accommodate all of your financial needs, including checking and savings accounts, CDs, loans, IRAs, debit and credit cards, a 24-hour ATM, and online banking. Be sure to check out our special notices in your monthly bank statements. Campbell County Bank of Herreid and Pollock, member FDIC. Proud to serve you and proud to support this sports broadcast for the Wolverines.
If you have plans to pour your driveway or need concrete for grain bins on the farm, you can count on the guys at Herreid Concrete in Herreid and Linton Concrete in Linton. Just give them a call at 437-2455 to discuss your project and get a no-obligation estimate. Herreid Concrete and Linton Concrete can deliver ready-mix concrete for basements, sidewalks, patios, additions, and any residential or commercial projects. They also sell feed bunks, blocks, culverts, bunker silos, septic tanks, and more. And it's all at Herreid Concrete in Herreid and Linton Concrete in Linton. Call 437-2455.
Pregame time is food time, and at Fresh Start Market, we have you covered. This is Kayla inviting you to stop in and check out our fresh produce, awesome meat selection, and snacks for when you're on the go with the busy school year. And don't forget to pick up some of our famous homemade sausage. Like and follow us on Facebook, Fresh Start Market LLC, for updates on sales, new products, and much more. Fresh Start Market of Herreid, because pre-gaming can't be done without food.
Hi, I'm Jeff Brenner, and along with my wife Haley, we're excited to introduce ourselves as the new owners of Herreid Lumber. We're proud to be part of this great community and ready to help with all your building needs.
Whether you're working on home renovation, building something from the ground up, or just need the right tools and supplies, we've got everything you'd expect from your local lumberyard, plus the service you deserve.
We're here to lend a hand, offer advice, and make sure you have what you need to get your project done right.
So come on by Herreid Lumber, say hello, and let us help you with your next project. We can't wait to meet you and become a part of your building journey.
Access Health Fort Pierre welcomes new and established patients, offering chronic and acute care for all ages, including evaluations for illness and injuries, immunizations, lab testing, wellness exams, and DOT and sports visits. Same-day appointments are available, and most major insurances are accepted. Good luck this season, athletes, from Access Health Fort Pierre, assuring access to quality health care.
At First Dakota, we don't like to brag about ourselves. So when Forbes named us South Dakota's best bank again, we faced a dilemma. Thankfully, we have the state's best customers, so we're happy to brag about them instead. After all, they inspire us every day. The farmers, the business owners, the families. Without them, we'd be just another bank. So thank you to all of our amazing customers. We wouldn't be here without you. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
Wrapping up and welcoming you back into our Jensen Rock and Sand studios here. It is a Friday night getting into the 10 o'clock hour here, but man, what's great action we had here tonight. Hello, everybody. Justin Cowart welcoming you back into the Family Dental of Pierre Gettysburg post-game show. As we take a quick look around the states, it's some other scores from tonight. Phillip beat Edgemont 71-25. Dubrook area over Chester 67-34. Iroquois Lake Preston beat Highmore Herald 62-48. Millbank over Aberdeen Christian 42-36. Ipswich beat Wilmot in a close game 59-58. Ethan beat Scotland Minnow 67-41. Esterline Hendricks over Canton, 70-49. Excuse me. Baltic over Coleman Egan, 56-21. Sioux Falls Lutheran beats Del Rapids St. Mary, 70-39. Hamlin over Castlewood, 53-37. Tri-State beats Florence Henry by 1, 53-52. Warner beats North Central 53-37. Parkston beats Winter in a thriller overtime victory for Parkston 58-57. We'll have all the final scores from around the state on both boys and girls sides for you on our local sports page at drgnews.com. First thing tomorrow morning. And of course, the final on our Wagner Auto and Real Tough Farm Equipment scoreboard here, 75-45. As we take a look at the upcoming schedules for both of these teams, as I mentioned, Stanley County will have a doubleheader here in Parkview. That'll be on the road, against Highmore Herald. That'll be on January 6th, then on January 8th against McLaughlin. Stanley County going to be back at the Jones County Invitational with hopes of winning the whole thing there on January 15th through the 17th. They'll be on the road on the 20th against Jones County. They'll take on Gettysburg on the 23rd, Cheyenne Eagle Butte on the 24th, Sully Buttes on the 27th, and Crow Creek on the 29th. For the Herreid Selby area Wolverines, they'll be back on the 5th against Northwestern. They'll take on Wakpala at home on the 6th, against Langford area on the 9th, against South Border on the 12th, against Timberlake on the 15th, on the road against Gettysburg on the 20th, against North Central on the 22nd. 3 games on the road to close out the month of January against Strasburg Zeeland on the 24th, against Ipswich on the 29th, and against Lemon on the 31st. Herreid Selby area girls get a huge game from Jordan Rosso in game 1. They win at 65-23. Stanley County gets a huge game from Jack Deal, a couple other guys like Trevor Caldwell, Paxton Deal to get the 75-45 win in game 2. Game was much closer than that final score would have you believe. Herreid Selby area played them really tough. Jared Weisbeck, again, had a good night for the Wolverines. He finished in double digits, finishing the night with 16 total points. But, it was a lot of weird things taking place in that game. Prince, of course, missing out on most of the game after he had to be removed from the game for a technical foul. We're still really not sure what happened. We'll have to go back on the tape and watch that. But, it was tough for Weston Prince. He had to hit the sideline, hit the bench. Of course, they were without Teagan Breitag, without Jax Hoff-Teaser. But Jack Deal stepped up, and it was kind of some of those main cast characters that you normally hear about that didn't have the biggest nights for Stanley County. It's the guys that you don't normally see on the stat sheet lighting it up, like Jack Deal and Trevor Caldwell, to help get the win. So congratulations to both teams and both programs for playing tough tonight. What a way to spend the Friday night. We are glad that we could spend it with you. I want to give a big thanks to all of our great sponsors for helping us make this broadcast and this simulcast possible tonight, from Avera Health, First Dakota National Bank, Herreid Lumber, Fresh Start Market, Access Health, Herreid Concrete, Campbell Company Bank Insurance, Campbell County Collision, Aaron Beal Insurance, Mobridge Regional Hospital, Thorstenson Trucking, Bridgemark Solutions, Stanley County Booster Club, Xander Auto Parts, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Bound & Lumber, Ferding Electric, and Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. For Brian Metting on the camera, back in the studio for Scott Colomb and Jordan Blaze, I'm Justin Cowart saying so long. Have a great Friday night. Have an awesome weekend. We'll see you back for some more high school basketball coverage next week on KMLO KGFX and streaming live on drgnews.com.